What's going on, guys? Long time no see. Apparently everybody had to go do some holiday stuff. Humbug. So we're going to move on with my top 3 picks this week, because my picks are the best picks. But, you know, that's the point. His are the worst. So I'm going to go ahead and do something a little different. I'm excited about this book in a weird way. But DC's putting out their new Age of Heroes, where they're doing all these books. Some of them are pre-existing characters, some of them are new characters. I'm curious to see what DC is going to throw against the wall and see if it sticks. So tomorrow we got Damage coming out, number 1. This appears to be the DC equivalent of a Hulk-like character that, from my understanding, gets about an hour a day of hulking out. Seems not that great, but then again, having limited use of his powers could put the character in some interesting situations and predicaments. So that's what I'm looking for out of DC this week, since there's no Metal, there's no Doomsday Clock, there's nothing I'm dying to read. But apparently Damage does come as a spin out of Metal. So I'm assuming something that happens in Metal will cause these events for these new characters to be running around. My number 2 pick is going to be by Image. They put out great, phenomenal books. They are the company for your not average reader. This is a new anthology series called Ice Cream Man that it appears to be a new horror-style story that all focus around the Ice Cream Man.
Chocolate!
Yeah, sure. I'm really curious to see where this goes. I've only read a little bit of it. I know so far the first issue deals with the Brazilian wandering spider. For people who don't know, that gives you a very painful erection that'll kill you.
Hooray!
Yes, hooray. No. But I'm curious to see what they're doing here, because all these horror stories seem to focus around the Ice Cream Man. So it appears that he is the one that'll bring your certain flavor of misery to you. So I'm looking forward to see what Image puts out with this. And then my number 1 is actually going to be a book that gets me really upset and gets me yelling a lot, especially if they do what I think they're doing. But we have Avengers 676, No Surrender Part 2. Marvel said, hey, we're not going to do any big crossover events. They were right. Now they're just doing events within titles, which I'm okay with. But in this No Surrender title, in the issue 1 last week, they're trying to sell us that there's this character named Voyager who's been there all along. And to me, this stinks a little bit too much of Sentry. And I hate Sentry with a passion, to the point where I stopped reading Doctor Strange last week because I put him in it.
Yes, they did.
So, boo. I'm really upset and confused how all these Avengers are acting not surprised. And the character even pointed out, oh, you may not remember me, but for some reason it's still working and going forward. So I'm really curious to see how all this is going to play out and how Marvel's rewriting their history, to say. But Avengers No Surrender is going to be a weekly series. I believe we got 6 parts of it coming out. We got plenty of it. It's been very interesting. But I'm very curious to see how Voyager is going to shape the Marvel Universe. If it's bad, be prepared to hear me yell. Well, again, that's Adam, and those are my picks.
Awesome!
Always